Hey gamers, it's GrindThisGame here, back with oxygen not included. And they're multiplying. My shovels here, they've been growing like crazy. I set up a little ranch station for them here. Grooming station, incubator, and they've been growing like crazy. Now each one of these gives you 16,000 calories when they expire or are expired. I got a mining robo-miner in here because every time they puke up the regolith that they eat, it needs to be cleared away. I also got an auto sweeper that takes regolith out of this container here and puts it in these critter feeders. And I can't seem to keep up with the amount of regolith they need to eat. Some of them are fed. Like this one's got 40,000 calories in his belly. But, yeah. So they're grabbing regolith from the top and bringing it down manually. A little bit slow. I could build this on the surface, but then I'd have to send my groomers up to get... to go up there and ranch them. But maybe that's probably better than bringing the regolith down. I'm not sure. I thought about putting on a conveyor belt, but it would heat up the area that it came down on because it's super hot. It doesn't tend to get too hot while it's in the storage container though, because surprisingly when they eat up the regolith and barf it back up, they barf it back up. Let's just see here. Oh, they're about to do it. They barf it up at their body temperature. Okay, someone just ate it. This one just ate it, I think. Maybe. Come on. One of you. Barf it up. Okay, maybe they don't want to... Maybe they don't want to perform on camera. Oh, look at the baby. Okay, maybe I'll go faster here. I'm waiting for a rocket to come back. It's at 94%, and I sent it to the farthest planet, way out here, the ice giant. Last episode we got the hydrogen, oxygen working. The reason I launched the rocket off camera is because I wanted to... it takes 30 cycles to get there, so it's going to take a long time. I wanted to actually land it and then relaunch it during this episode. We are getting... ice, carbon dioxide, oxygen, and the thing I was after is methane. So there's 2 cargo things on this, modules on this rocket. Each holds 1,000, and when it says 23% here, that means 230 kilograms of methane will be coming back per container. So 460. And I have plans for that, so I'll show you that during this episode. I thought I could catch one of these on camera, but I don't think I'd be so... I'm so lucky here. Oh, they're eating. Maybe I'll go a bit faster. Now I can't miss the rocket because I want to show you stuff with that. 94%. We should be okay. Come on, one of you little guys has to barf for me. I know they did it when I first started the video, but okay, we'll come back to them. Hopefully we can catch them in the act. What have we got here? We have steel. So I've prepared a room down here. Right down here. I did petroleum liquid lock. Because I don't want this to freeze. I'm going to dump the methane in containers here once it comes back on the rocket. And it should warm up over time and turn into natural gas. And then we're going to send that natural gas into this, into the turbines. I'll have to prepare a kind of a merging area for that. I think maybe I'll do that right now. Let's do a gas bridge right here. And I'm going to keep an eye on my rocket here, 95%. I got to open the doors before the rocket lands. Otherwise it'll break the doors. Okay, how many cycles does it need? Only 1.5, okay. I put in more tube access points. So I'm going to pause so I don't miss the rocket. I put one down here that just shoots them up this way, and I put 2 more here so they can shoot themselves down. And I think that's it for tubing. I might have extended it along here a little bit. I put this tiny bristle blossom farm in. Just to get seeds and also a little bit of food. And I had this cold water here I wanted to use. It was at a good temperature. So that's where that's being fed from. And up here we got our sleet wheat farm, which has been doing pretty well. With the fertilizer, it grows pretty fast. Sorry, not fertilizer. What's this stuff called? It gives the farmer's touch buff, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna miss this rocket. I better go open the door before I forget. Yeah, let's get that open. Now, when I launched the hydrogen rocket, it melted this power line. So I've since made it out of steel. No, I made it out of tungsten, which melts at a super high temperature, 3400. Someone recommended that in the comments for things that may tend to melt. So that's, let's see here, 96%. Now the solid cargo, which is going to include that solid methane, it's going to come along these conveyor lines here. And they're going to drop it on this mesh tile. And it won't, it doesn't transfer any temperature in the vacuum here on the mesh tile. So it'll just stay whatever temperature it comes out at. So if it's if it's frozen, it'll stay frozen. That way we can get a dupe to pick it up and run it down to the bottom of the base without it melting. It'll take a while to melt anyway, as you shall see. Okay, let's speed it up here. Get that last little bit here. I added a few more solar panels along here in the pyramid formation and also to the right a little bit. Just been building that out as I need it. And I deposited some shovel eggs in the left here, and these guys have been eating my regolith for me, which is nice. It's been really piling up. There's a lot of it. There's like 20 tons per little ball here, which is hard to keep up with. It's probably causing quite a bit of lag too. I'm also storing it in these containers here, I think. Yeah. Just waiting on the rocket. We'll get it fueled up and relaunched. Here it comes. I can sense it. 98%. I don't want to go super speed for this. I want to see it actually land. Here's my fuel lines, which I was going to do off camera since the last episode. Got our liquid hydrogen in here, liquid oxygen. And when I trigger these pumps with the hydrosensors here, it goes in a loop here and feeds the rocket. The piping is a bit of a mess, but it works. I had to break some holes in the bunker tile here. Didn't want to leave the bunker tile because it's going to transfer a bunch of heat into our ceramic pipe here. Didn't want that. Come on, rocket, where are you? 99%. It's coming. Maybe. Come on. I feel like I'm paused, but things are moving. 0.2. Okay. You can tell I'm not very patient here. I've been waiting 30 cycles for this. Food's kind of overboard right now. I dug up all my fried mushrooms. Didn't want any more of those. Okay. Should be here. It should be here. Come on. Any second. Why is it when you're waiting for something it seems like it takes forever? Okay, here we go. It's coming in. I want to see this thing land. There we go. And it comes in really hot and leaves really hot. See, it's like 1600 degrees, 1300 degrees around this thing. And thank you for crushing all that regolith. Very nice. Yeah, it gets super hot. Oops. Right down here. It's heating up that abyssalite, which it shouldn't really be doing, but it does. Okay, and we can see that... Whoa, we got a funky looking egg there. We'll be able to see the stuff offload here. We got ice. We got other things. Let's actually just check right here. We got methane, 231 kilograms per container, so around 462 kilograms of methane, which is 462 kilograms of natural gas once you warm it up. And it'll all land here. Now, if you're going to do something similar to this, make sure you don't have your storage containers anywhere set to liquefiable, because methane is liquefiable and you don't want it stored in a container that you don't want it in. So I had to go around and make sure I had no containers like that. And I gotta double check that they're not gonna grab anything here. They might grab some ice. That's fine. Yeah, they're grabbing ice. That's fine. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, go back down to the bottom here. And where's that room I built? Right here. I'm gonna set liquefiable methane. Oh, it didn't show up here. It should show up right here. That's strange. Where is it? It worked last time. Maybe it's not reachable? No, it's reachable. Make sure they didn't take it somewhere else. Methane, no, it's there. Oh, it's consumable ore. Okay, I guess that makes sense. So never mind about liquefiable. It's a consumable ore. It was liquefiable last time I checked, I think. Anyway. There we go. Methane, we'll do priority 9. And we'll go back to the top and we'll ask them to sweep it priority 9 as well. Speed things up. And we can start fueling the rocket here. I got 3 science modules, 2 cargo. I'm not going to go as far as I went last time here. I got to make sure they take this methane where I want it though. I think they just grabbed it. Nope. Oh, not yet. They're getting it last, I guess. There we... Nope. There we go. Who's this? Swirly. Oh, we're out of power. Oh no, we're not. Never mind. Swirly's gonna take that. Liquid methane. We'll go back down and hopefully they actually get it. Here we go. It should end up here. And the reason I built it here was that I want it to be close to a hot area so that it can transfer the heat nicely. I should probably replace this with tungsten. I gotta take these bottle emptiers out. Don't need them there anymore. Okay, Swirly. Did you drop it there? Come on. Dropped it in the hot petroleum. You can see it melting, minus 221.9. Okay, let's finish the job. Come on. Yeah, store that away, please. There we go. Doesn't even show up in the container. Okay, 462, and you can see it's slowly heating up. Actually, it's in a vacuum now, so it's not heating up. I didn't even think about that. That's kind of an issue. We need some air in there to heat it up. I never even thought about that. Because last time when I was testing this, I put it in a natural gas room. Maybe we'll put some natural gas in there first. And let me fix this tile that I made here. It's gonna dump natural gas in this room, which is not great, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, so I'll send a little bit of natural gas in here just to get this going. Because we need some air pressure, otherwise this won't melt. That should do it. And it takes a while to melt, so that's what I'm gonna work on here. I'm gonna do an auto sweeper. Out of gold, I guess. Like that. Add some power. Okay, now we got some natural gas. This should start to melt ever so slowly. There we go, it's melting. Temperature do we have in here? 41. I want to conduct the heat from this area over, so I might do some diamond shift plates. Low priority. Let's do those from here to there. Actually, I want to replace this with tungsten, but I don't want to break this open or the natural gas will fly out. So first I'll build some regular tiles. And then I'll replace these with tungsten. And the reason I put the auto sweeper here is I want to make a bunch of containers to split up the, what do we got here? Granite? That's fine. To split up this big giant ball of methane, because if it's in smaller pieces, it tends to melt faster. That's what we're gonna do. But while they're doing that, I'm gonna go back upstairs here, and we're gonna start fueling the rocket. So we're gonna change this to below, and this one to below. And there we go. So hydrogen is going up, liquid oxygen is going up. And we're going to start fueling this rocket here. Actually, I don't want to fill it all the way. I want to send it to a different place this time. I think I'm going to go to this ice planet, which is much closer, and it also has methane. Just wondering, does this one, do they all have the same percentage? 23, no, 28, 34. 23, okay. I've actually already been here. Maybe I'll go somewhere else. What could we grab that's exciting here? Where haven't we been? Regolith. Do we want Regolith? No, thank you. We could go to this ice planet. I think I'll just go to the close one. But I really should explore some new places that I haven't been. I haven't been here. Let's go to this one. I haven't checked the calculator to see what I need for this distance. So we're gonna waste some fuel here. I kind of don't want to alt-tab out of the game here. I'm gonna set this to 1800. And then turn this one off and see if 1800 is enough to get there. It might be. We'll find out here. I like this egg. I think I already have one like this, but I don't need another one, but I haven't got any super exotic artifacts yet. Now the reason this fuel goes in a loop like this is if it doesn't keep moving and it sits in the pipe too long, it'll turn into a gas, it'll heat up, and break your pipes, which is never fun. So once it's full, and we verified that we can get to where we're going here, I will turn off the pumps. Okay, it's looping now, back to the source. Can we get to where we want to go? Yeah. So we're wasting a bit of fuel. Let's turn those pumps back off and drain those pipes. There was one kind of mistake to the build I did last episode, and that was this has to be insulation. If it's not and the gas sits in here too long, it'll turn into a liquid due to being super cold, and you'll have some issues if it backs up. If it doesn't back up, you'll be fine. But okay. Are we ready to go? I think we're good to go. We got everything we need. The liquid has stopped flowing. Let's go. Hopefully I can get back before the end of the episode here. Launch that. This destination's almost better, I think. We're getting fullerene and isoresin. Did we get fullerene and isoresin from this gas giant? I mean, ice giant? We might have. Hard to say. I don't think I saw it when we launched. We have like an abundance of liquid oxygen, but not as much hydrogen, just due to the ratio of the electrolyzers. Electrolyzers kick out 888 grams of oxygen, but only 112 grams per second of hydrogen. But we need way more hydrogen than we need oxygen, so it's kind of backwards. So what I'm thinking of doing is building a few petroleum rockets that we use liquid oxygen as the oxidizer, just to use up this extra liquid oxygen. I'm currently not sending any more in at the moment. I probably could safely, but we got lots in there, so. And you need a lot of hydrogen to go to the farthest planet. You need... What did I... It's roughly close to 2,700. For this one, yeah, you need close to 2,700 kilograms of liquid hydrogen, which is a lot considering this thing only makes 112 per second. Grams, not kilograms. So I'm stealing hydrogen from here. Well, this is all blocked up now. And I'm stealing hydrogen from many places down here at the bottom, where I've got some oxygen production. Right here. This is just supplementary cold oxygen for the base. And it's getting so cold here that the CO2, whenever it gets to the bottom, it turns into liquid, and I'm actually pumping it down into the hot biome, and it kind of boils into carbon dioxide right away. So there's that, and then up this way. Yeah, right here. This was the first oxygen production system I made. And it's sending its extra hydrogen up to the rocket production facility to get liquefied. I'm no longer feeding it into here. Some of you have asked what this build is kind of like, and I'll just quickly review it. This is the power overlay. It's 2 pumps per electrolyzer, and the piping's a little bit of a mess, but we merge here. It goes into a gas filter, filters out hydrogen, and then everything else goes up to the base. And we're using 2 separate lines because 2 pumps saturate 1 gas pipe. Each packet is 1,000 grams. These things pump 500 grams per second. There are kind of SPOM builds, and SPOM stands for self-powered oxygen maker, I think, where you can separate the gases using, not an exploit, but using the properties of how only one tile of gas can, only one gas can live in one tile at a time. And I've tried using them, but I've never really liked them, so I just use this power-hungry filter version. It always works. It can never mess up because it goes through filters. And then right here we've got, this should be tungsten, but tungsten tile to conduct the heat Tungsten has a conductivity of 60. Iron is, 55, so that's pretty close. That just conducts the heat from this area and gets cooled by the nullifier. So I often build my oxygen production beside these nullifiers. There's usually 3 on a map. I've got one there, I've got one in the bottom left, and then one up here I haven't used yet. Right here. Should probably start using it. And they actually, there's a bunch of food building up in there. I've got them locked out of here, but I'll open this up. I've planted a bunch of these buddy buds to get floral scents here, which keeps the slime out of the air. Pretty nice. The reason I lock them out is I don't want them coming in and picking up tiny little driblets of slime. But once in a while, periodically, I'll open it up. Some mushrooms in here they can get. There's our rocket, 11%. Okay. Let's go see if our... Oh, there's a bug here when I was selecting something here. It's 5x5. Let's go see if that thing melted yet. Oh, it looks like it has. No, it hasn't. It has not really warmed up much at all. Okay, let's try this. Copy these settings here. To here, here, here. Oh, priority 7 should be fine. And I'm gonna set these to something like 50 kilograms each. And this auto sweeper should redistribute it. Let's just see here if this works. If I make the other ones 8. There we go. That way we get smaller packets here, and you can see the temperatures rising faster than with this big solid block. So that's the idea at least. And then maybe I'll put an actual heater in here. Or try to conduct this heat a little bit better. We're gonna do, oh, I was gonna do tungsten here. Along this wall. And then remove this and do some diamond shift plates between these areas. It's actually not that hot in here, it's only 48 degrees. But if we look at the properties of this stuff, methane, it melts at minus 161. So we're going to get a bunch of natural gas in this room that's at minus 161, which is going to be very chilly. And hopefully we can kind of absorb that heat. Maybe we'll do some more diamond shift plates. How much diamond do I have? Quite a bit. Now I don't want to freeze my my liquid lock here, or bad things will happen. So maybe I'll do this up here. That's a lot of diamond. Petroleum freezes at minus 57, so we got to keep it warmer than that. Hopefully it works. I probably should have done tungsten around the whole edge of the thing here, instead of granite. Let's use a little bit of super speed here. Maybe I'll do even more diamond shift plates over this way. So let's see, how is this doing? Minus 181. Oh yeah, this will convert pretty soon. And then once it turns into a gas, it'll free up the container, and the auto sweeper will redistribute it. Maybe I'll take this ladder out. I could put a second floor in here. Oh, but the auto sweeper will probably not be able to reach the bottom. I could probably put one right here. Let's try this. Put a Will that work? Will it still be able to see the bottom one? I'm not quite sure. We shall see. Going max speed here. Can't really do much more. So that shovel farm that I have, it pretty much could probably feed the whole base. Or get pretty close to it. Maybe not. I think I did a calculation. Actually, it's I think about based on the number of shovels I had when I did the calculation, I think it's about 8,000 calories a day per cycle, and we're actually using more than that. So let's see. Food. Yesterday's food. Where the heck is it? Calorie generation. We removed 20,000. So yeah, it covers close to half, but not quite. Okay. Oh, we just got natural gas pop out there. Which one? Minus 202. Oh, minus 161. This one's about to pop. Here we go. Yeah, it just gassed off. So now the pressure in here is 10 kilograms. It's quite a bit of gas. It took a lot of beans to make this gas. Someone mentioned in the forums that if you use a petroleum rocket to get this methane, it's actually, you get a really good return on your investment in terms of fuel used, in terms of energy usage. I think I need some more natural gas power. Pretty sure I do. But where should I put it? This wiring is kind of in the way here. I could move it up here instead. Yeah, and as long as we have no gas piping in the way. Actually, we have gas piping in the way as well. Which I would have to move around. It doesn't need to be insulated. That can go along here. Actually, do I want my natural gas generators there? Or can I build them down here, maybe? Anyway, we got lots of natural gas now. We gotta get it out of here. We gotta merge. I was gonna... Oh, I didn't quite... Oh, that's the exit. We gotta put something back going in. Okay, we'll go like this. Actually, this is gonna be really cold. Oh, we could use this. Minus 23. Or not minus 20, 23. Yeah, it's getting pretty chilly in there. I'll just take it from here. And we'll merge here. Into there. Actually, that's just going to cycle in a loop. But not really, because this is overpressurized. Yeah, that'll work. Don't really need this hot natural gas in here anymore. But it's overpressurized, so it'll be fine for a while. It'll maintain the pressure in here, which is what we need to melt the methane. But this is going to be super cold, so I should probably use it for cooling before I destroy it. 26 degrees. Yeah, I might do a radiant loop through here if I can figure out a place to do it. Maybe up here. Now, did I do that right? Yeah, it's all backed up. Why are these not running? Oh, they're disabled because we got enough power. The sun is probably shining up at the top of the base. We got 154 skill points earned. I haven't looked at the skills in a while. I'm trying to keep these moral expectations kind of below 20-ish. Because if we ever run out of pepper bread, their morales are going to go down a bit. We could probably give some dole some out here, though. 29. What else should I do? Maybe... We don't need another artist. We'll do some hard digging. What else here? Camille, you can do... Oh, tidying is always good. More strength is good. Hard digging, farm 2, ranching 1. Oh, that's 32. Okay, that's probably a bit too much. Okay, that's probably good. Dole those points out. I cleared this area out. This is all full of Drecos. And it's just basically natural pitch pepper nut now. Which is set to harvest, I think. I should probably build a ladder here so they can get to this. Gotta dig that up first though. I set it all to super low priority. I guess I could crack this open too. There's no reason to leave this like this. All that bomb lily, I'm gonna dig it up. At this point I'm trying to reduce lag. So I'm killing a lot of creatures and digging stuff up. Okay, so how's that rocket doing? 39%. I really need more natural gas power. So what I'm going to probably do is actually dig up a lot of this room and extend this down, maybe. I got to move this water area over. We're burning through that natural gas pretty fast, though. My power consumption is kind of crazy now. Each cycle I'm using around 3,000 kilojoules. Oh, more like 2,500. The transit tubes eat a lot of power. Transit tube, 400 kilojoules, sorry. 400. Yeah, we're using around 3,000 kilojoules per cycle, which is quite a bit. So, it does make sense to use petroleum to go get methane with a rocket. If you do the math, you get more energy burning the petroleum to get the methane versus burning the petroleum directly. Like I said, I added a third petroleum generator because our power... Whoa, wrong key. Our power consumption has been going up quite a bit. I gotta plan out this room here though. Where should we put this polluted water? And we're already hitting the oil biome here, so maybe I'll do this somewhere else. Where could we stick it? I guess I could try putting it here. We're only gonna get a few more in if I do that. And we already got stuff in the way here. I'm gonna reroute this. Where's that going? Over here. We're gonna reroute that here. What is this even? This is our input of CO2 from the top of the base. So that can go like that. Oh my gosh, I got so much stuff here. I've got extra CO2 going down to the bottom of the base for slicksters. That goes around there, that comes through here. If it backs up, then it goes down here. And we're actually pumping some out of here, right here. If it goes above 2,000 grams per tile, I'm pumping it down to our little oily friends down here. They've been working hard. I don't usually use these just because they're cute, but they don't really make much. They eat 20 kilograms per cycle and squirt out 10 kilograms of oil. And 10 kilograms of oil is not very much compared to what we're making with this thing over here. And it's disabled right now because we have too much oil. got some ladders in here. Oh yeah, I forgot to build that one. Actually, this pinch pepperneck can go. Maybe I'll stick some natural gas powered right here. That could work. 3 tiles high. There's no gas piping in the way. Yes, there is. But I think I can squeeze it in here. Actually, it's gonna drip polluted water, which is, we already got a place here for it. Okay, maybe this will work. Yeah, let's do something like here. Make sure that polluted water can get out. Let's just extend this along here, and then I'll seal this up. And we'll put some natural gas generators right here. That'll work. That's not really where I want them, but for now it'll be fine. I should leave room for Weezeworts actually. Yeah, we'll do that. I just realized it's offset by 1 floor. That's not very good. This is going to bug me if I do it here. I really want to move all the battery bank down to the bottom, but then we're in like super hot zone here. And I want it all to be symmetrical with the base. Like this whole wall is coming down here straight, except until it gets to here. Oh well. That's okay if it looks a little Frankensteinian at the bottom here. We can always rip it apart later. So, power. We want it to connect to the main power grid. Do I want to use iron? No. Let's use gold. And then we need piping. CO2 will squirt in this room. Doesn't need to be insulated. It can be just igneous rock. I'm getting lots of lag because I'm on super speed. Let me slow it down a bit here. Okay, that's going to go in there. Just do a high pressure vent. Maybe I'll do one right here actually. Yeah, we'll do that. Stick a bridge here. Like so. And then natural gas we can grab from this line here. I'm not insulating because it's going to be cold. It'll cool down this area. That'll work. And then the polluted water. Oh, yeah. I need to seal this up or polluted water is going to spill down. I should probably do that really quickly here. Priority emergency. We'll put a tile there. And then seal this. And it should dribble over and go down here. And then I'll have to figure out what to do with this little bit of water. That's why I like to have it all in one place. Put my water tank. I'd have to move it down. Anyway, I may reorganize this. This is just so we can use this natural gas while we have it here. But priority was all at 7. So these are 800 watts each. That'll be quite a bit of power generation. Oh, we need the automation. Or they'll be wasting gas. Okay, priority 9. We're going to connect this automation to that automation. Not really priority 9, but... I need a much bigger battery bank too. This is not cutting it. I've got one at the top here. Right here we have like a little battery bank. Well, I can't even call this a battery bank. It's too small. What I could do though is extend this up 1 level. I think I'll do that. Let's use... Does it need to be insulated? Not really, because it's space out here. You know what? Let's use Maverick Rock. I don't even know why I insulated that. Maybe because of the bottom part? Gotta remove this. And this room's staying nice and cool. Just with the one Wheezewort. And there's petroleum going through a radiant pipe in here to cool it down. And that's been keeping all my robo miners really nice and chilly up here. This has been working extremely well. There's little dribbles of petroleum, 100 grams of petroleum sitting on top of this airflow tile. Plus the background thermo shift tile. The combination of those two allows the coolant to keep the robo miner nice and cold. Works wonderful. Not my design. It was by, I'm going to forget his name here. I mentioned him a couple videos ago. This is his design. And I gave credit, and... yeah, I forget his name. That's my old brain at work. I want to say it's something generic like Michael Smith or John Smith, but it's not that. Anyway, if you want to find out, a couple of videos ago, called my solar panel episode, I give credit and put a link to his stuff. I put these little guys up here, like I said, to eat the regolith, but they can't keep up. They can only eat 4,800 kilograms per cycle. And I think there's just so much here. How much do we have now? Filtration medium. We have 3,500 tons. Quite a bit. I've got a mod installed right now that prevents autosave, and it's been glorious. Probably the best mod I've ever had, just because the save at this point of the game gets really slow. Still waiting on that rocket. What other things should I be doing? Alright, I said I was going to explain this a little bit more. This is cooling my gold volcano. So it circulates super coolant through an aqua tuner. The heat from the aqua tuner made out of thermium, doesn't need to be thermium, but could be steel or niobium. This gets hot when it circulates, when it cools the supercoolant, and then turns the water that's in here into steam. The steam destroys the heat through the steam turbine. This pump was here to create a vacuum earlier on. It's not really needed. And then the 95-degree water that comes out of the steam turbine comes down here through a little bit of a radiant pipe to actually warm up a bit first, and then dumps into here. But it's off right now because the temperature at the gold volcano is just above, just where we want it. If it gets warmer than 3 degrees, this whole thing will kick on. And the gold volcano is not going to come on for another 20 cycles. How much gold do we have now? Quite a bit. Refined metal, where are you? It's at the top. 50 tons of gold. That's quite a bit. Let's get this egg somewhere. I've been putting all my little trophies right here. Some are in the base. It's way down here. I wish they'd allow a filter here for artifacts. There we go. We will get that planted in the pedestal. Check out the decor right here. 366. 372. Probably a silly place to put it because they just fly by here. We got a robotic arm, which is pretty cool. Our little galaxy here. This is our galaxy. Sorry, our solar system. If you slow this down, we got Earth, Mars, etc. I'm pretty sure it's ours. And Uranus was in there somewhere. Neptune. Oh, I don't think I ever showed this. Oh, last time I might have. This double aqua tuner setup. This is taking 40 degree water, dropping it 14 degrees, and then another 14 degrees, and that goes up here and feeds our sleet wheat. So the water is quite warm as it goes in here, but these weezeworts are able to keep it cold enough here. And we're adding fertilizer here, micronutrient fertilizer to double the speed that these grow at. Farmer's Touch does 100% growth speed. So if you ever want to save water when you're growing food, like sleet wheat or bristle blossom, make sure you have it in a greenhouse, because then you're gonna, you know, your water's gonna last twice as much. Unlike what I'm doing here, this is not in a farm. Oh, we got chlorine here. This is a terrible place. I should make a proper insulated room for these guys. But I just wanted to suck up this water here and get rid of it. And create a few seeds. We're getting pretty close to the, what I would call the end. I mean, I can visit every planet. That's always fun. I've dug out the whole map before. That is fun once, and then not so much to do over and over. And it slows the game down a lot. But I kind of do want to visit some of the other planets here. And I'll probably set up a petroleum rocket. I gotta figure out where I want to put it, though. I was thinking about doing it here, but then the exhaust is going to heat up this area right here, which is not ideal. Not the end of the world if it heats up here, but if I was to build this whole thing again, I would move it up to right here. That way I could have saved myself with the piping and it could have gone straight across. Much easier than going all the way up here and around. We're taking damage. I probably should have closed the door while the rocket was out. I guess I can... That doesn't really matter. There's nothing really critical getting damaged. Oh, I should disable repair on these ladders. Disable auto repair. So they don't waste their time doing that. I had a robo miner right here before to dig this up, but it overheated every time the rocket blasted off, so took that out of there. I guess I could maybe put it right here. I think it would get molten hot there too as well. Maybe I'll try though. Let's try that. Put a robo miner out of thermium if I have any left. Oh, we got a little bit left. That is in the way. The ladder is in the way. Of course it is. Yeah, it'll overheat if I stick it in here. I need that ladder there, so we'll just leave that as is. Get some of that dug out. I was thinking about digging all this out. That's probably not a bad idea. I think I might do that. Low priority. Let's dig all that out. But they will get stuck in there. So let's do priority 9. Ladders here. Oh, what the heck? Oh, he got in the other side. I didn't even know there's a hole here. Alright, now you're stuck. Oh, jeez. Got some iron there. Let's do a tile right here. Oh, you can walk out. I thought he was stuck. He's not stuck. Okay. I guess I'll just strip mine this down here. make some room for where I'm going to put the next rocket, I guess. How much regolith do we have over here? Quite a bit. I might drop a shovel egg over here. Oh, there's one right here. Oh, they've been... That'll hatch and start eating all this regolith. Be good. That'll be good. Where's our rocket? We're waiting on the rocket. 88%. I did a bit of digging down here. I kind of like doing it this way. You build a ladder with a gap of 4 between each. Like that. And then you can... You build a ladder first. And they won't get stuck. There's no way for them to get stuck. They will be fine. Like that. And then once the ladder's in, you can dig it all out quite safely. I actually prefer this method to the horizontal ladder system like this. Because this way they can get trapped. This way it's impossible for them to get trapped. Let's deconstruct this checkpoint. And I think we should probably upgrade someone's brain. But who? I think Swirly's already got one. I don't think I've done Jerd yet. We'll assign Jerd. Is that reachable? Yeah. Now I always forget my dupe is on this thing. And last episode we almost had a suffocation. Swirly got on it and I forgot about him. Or her. Swirly's actually supposed to be a girl. So I'm going to fix that right now. Swirly asked to be a girl. Swirly. Oh. Oops. Oh, clicking the wrong things here. We're going to make swirly bubbles. Swirly. And then the old swirly can become bubbles. Which will confuse people. But that's okay. Wow, this hatch is so loud. Oh yeah, Red, you've got your private bathroom down here. The shower's not private, but the bathroom is. And I couldn't enforce the bathroom rights because I got my entertainment rec room right here, and I have to pass through here. Actually, that's a lie. We could open this up. Since we no longer have floral scents in there, yeah, I can open that up. And we can make this a really private bathroom. Okay, we'll make it so only Red can go in here. Oh my gosh, that hatch is gonna drive me insane. Red can go in and out. No one else can go in and out. Oh. Okay, that's good. And then... I'm gonna make this auto, I think. Actually, permissions work even if the door's open, I think. So we'll try default off, open, and then red. Red, where are you? I can't concentrate with that hatch. Okay, I think that will do it. I think only Red will get in there. Mr. Hatch, you have to go. That was the longest death. Ah, peace and quiet. Okay, what do we have here? Sand! Just what I wanted. Okay, where is Red? Let's test that Red can go in there. Oh, I forgot. You know what? I forgot about the dupe and the narrow vacillator. Jared would have died. Deep diver's lungs. Beautiful. Oh, I think he just peed in his suit. He made a mess. Oh. We gotta follow him because he's gonna take off his suit and pee. Jared, where are you? We gotta follow you. Jared, where are you? Jared, we're gonna follow you. Okay, you're pretty busy there. Okay, here we go. You're going back home. Oh, there's the pee. And we gotta stop following him. Oh, it's gonna spill. It's gonna spill. Get that pee. Okay. Go back to that dig for a second here. Oh yeah, I was gonna test if Red could get in the bathroom. Anyway, now that we got this done, we can just do this safely and not worry about any dupes getting trapped. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do this here. Yeah, there are some plants in the way here, so they could get trapped. In theory. And you can build like cross ladders to allow them to get across here. They're all just hanging out there. They do strange things sometimes. Oh, they're so happy. They got algae. Yay! Sometimes it's just fun to watch them. Well, they're getting pretty good at digging. This is slow speed, so they're just chewing through that. I think they lag out a little bit because my CPU is not keeping up. No docks available. Okay. Do we have missing suits down here? I don't know. Picked up meat. Oh, this thing's getting insane in here. Insanity. For here, whenever they lay an egg, I convey it up here, and with a chute I just dump it in here. And then when this egg incubates and hatches, it will drown and provide meat. Which I could convey over to the grill, but I just let them move it manually. Oh, the rocket's back. Did I close the doors? I can't remember. I probably did and then they broke. Did I? Nope, they're open. Good. Okay, and the cargo's already been offloaded. And let's see what we got here. We have methane, 36 kilograms. Why only 36? Oh, I think they might have brought some down already. Isoresin, fullerene. 2,400, okay. It says trace amount, and I never knew exactly how much trace amount was, but... Okay, how much pressure do we have in here now? 27. Yeah, the methane ended up over here. And it's thawing out. Lovely. How cold is it in here? 27. That's working pretty well. So we could have that rocket just go back and forth. And we're gonna build up a giant reserve of natural gas here. Let me know in a comment what do you think I should do with the base next. I considered building a oil boiler There's two kind of versions I've seen. There's the whole sour gas version where you make natural gas directly. But then there's the version where you just convert crude oil into petroleum, which you can automate. And that works pretty well. I did that a long time ago, a couple of years ago. Well, whenever the oil stuff was released, I used the magma to turn oil directly into natural gas back when you could do that without the whole sour gas. That was added later. The reason this is all empty in here is I mopped it out to improve performance. I never planned on using this, and it doesn't really do anything, and most of it's trapped, but it does degrade performance. So that's why I did that. Oh, my hat, my Draco colony. Look how big it is. It's crazy. It's all this, and I could open it up even more. There's all this meat stored in here. 6,400. 6,400. It's like a giant feast waiting. If there's ever a food emergency, I can just build a ladder in here and they can grab all this delicious food. And it will never rot because it's in chlorine. Wonderful. Gotta love these little guys. I should probably put them in a small room though, because they are probably affecting performance a little bit. Maybe. Maybe. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. My main plan is to get this set up. And it seems to be working. I will continue to journey to the other planets. And actually, I kind of want to go to this gas giant. It has natural gas and hydrogen. Not enough hydrogen. This would be... With one cargo, that would be 580 kilograms of hydrogen, which is way less than we spend to get there, so that's probably not worth it. But I want to see what some of these tier 5 artifacts look like. Tier 5. Tier 5. Maybe we already have a tier 5. 10% chance. Tier 5. I don't think I have a tier 5. Oh, I might have got one from here. I have a feeling... Where's the one that's tier 5? This one. This might be tier 5. It is 198 decor. I'm guessing this is tier 5. Can I tell from this self-contained? It doesn't really tell you. Anyway, it has a high decor. I want to see what all the artifacts are though. So I'll keep doing missions. I'll get another rocket set up. Maybe another 2 rockets. We'll see. But that's going to be it for this one. Hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.